Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So now guys, I would like you to bear this name in mind before we get into the video. So the name is Yar'Adua, so bear that name in mind as guys I bring you this. Presidency should return to the South in 2023, a headline attributed to El-Rufai. So it is El-Rufai that has now come out to say this. You may be surprised because of course everybody is of the thought that El-Rufai is contending 2023 with Tinubu within the APC structure. So you are surprised then to hear the headline, Presidency should return to the South in 2023, a headline attributed to El-Rufai. So now let's now see what the little man from Kaduna State has to say. Governor Nasir El-Rufai has said that the next president of Nigeria should come from the southern region of the country. The Kaduna State governor, who said this in an interview with BBC Hausa on Saturday, August the 8th, added that he won't be supporting any northerner to succeed President Muhammadu Buhari in 2023. El-Rufai further stated that though the idea of rotating the presidency may not be constitutional, it is based on the country's political arrangement. So this is what he said. In Nigerian politics, there is a system of rotation in which everyone agrees that if the North rules for 8 years, the South will rule for 8 years. That is why I came out and said that after President Buhari has been in office for 8 years, no northerner should run for office. Let the southerners also have 8 years. If you look at how I am, I don't take anyone to work with me for the zone he comes from. The eligibility I look at is if he is entrusted with public fund, will hold it properly. It has been said that I have loved the presidency since I was a minister. That is why I came out and said that after President Buhari has been in office for 8 years, no northerner should run for office. Let the southerners also have 8 years. If you look at how I am, I don't take anyone to work for me for the zone he came from. The eligibility I look at is if who is entrusted the public fund will hold it properly. It has been said that I have loved the presidency since I was a minister in the FCT. This is nonsense. I do not want the Nigerian presidency. God gives power, whether you like it or not. He wants it, he will give it to you. But I have never sought the presidency of Nigeria. No one can say I have ever sought it. So that is what he has to say, and he said it to BBC Hausa service. So now let's now dissect this statement that El-Rufai has made. So first, of course, I said when I started that note the name Yar'Adua and still continue to bear that name in mind. But then let's of course start unpicking what he has to say. So he said that it is not constitutional that there should be rotation within the Nigerian presidency, and that is true. But he also said, at least in so many words, that there is a gentleman's agreement between the North and the South that you have your turn and then we have our turn. Everybody knows this as well. So that gentleman's agreement, by the way, is more potent and more powerful than anything written in any constitution, because anything can be written in the constitution, but the broad understanding of the Nigerian state, the vast overwhelming majority of Nigerians, is that this is the unwritten but even unspoken but generally acknowledged understanding within the Nigerian space that everybody gets their turn. And the real reason that a lot of people are tolerating what is being tolerated under this Buhari experience is just that understanding and that waiting that very soon the power will come back to the South, because this Buhari experience has been extremely traumatizing for the entirety of Nigerians, and especially the southern regions, where you have all these Fulani people marauding all over the country, the southern regions especially, and in fact all over the country really, if we are being honest, because they're not sparing the north either. So you have all of these Fulani people marauding all over the country, and you have their lead person, Meeti Kuti-Hari, saying that they will continue to do this and nobody can stop them, boasting brazenly. If an Igbo organization was boasting and doing the things that Meeti Kuti-Hari is doing in Nigeria, they would have been completely decimated. But then, of course, this is what these people are doing, and they are doing it sitting comfortably in quarters in Aso Rock. So this is what a lot of people are enduring, and the reason why people are enduring it is because, of course, they just have that understanding and that waiting that very soon this guy will be out of there and Southerner would replace him. So this is the broad belief. So if this now changes in 2023, it will be very difficult to push it through, because if the Southerner does not become the president in 2023, then from that moment onwards, the southern regions can then have that clear understanding that there is subjugated people within the Nigerian space. So if they have that understanding that there are subjugated people within the Nigerian space, then the drum beats of that clamor for secession will then sweep across the whole of the southern space, to the point that it will be impossible for Nigeria to continue as a country, because that is the only hope that is holding Nigeria now, that in a few years' time, this guy will be out of there and the power will transit back to the south. That is the only thing that is holding Nigeria in situation. So we have that. But then, of course, I said Yar'Adua. So now let's now go very quickly to that Yar'Adua point. So the calculation, because El-Rufai is not a fool and he has a lot of clever people surrounding him. So the calculation that El-Rufai is making is, first, before we go to the Yar'Adua point, actually, he said in letterly in this piece that he has never sought to be the president of Nigeria. He has been seeking to be the president of Nigeria since not 1999, since after the Obasanjo turn, because Obasanjo then was canvassing for a northerner to come and take over from him. And El-Rufai was one of the names in the mix, but he was too busy showing off then, because I remember this Pastor Tunde Bakare speaking on this, I think about a year or so ago, that the president that should have replaced Obasanjo was El-Rufai, but El-Rufai dallied for too long because he wanted people to romance him and he wanted to appear as though he's coming into it reluctantly, and they got bored of him and then just moved on to Yar'Adua. So he missed his opportunity then, and he's been seeking that opportunity since. So you notice that this guy, of course, is always looking to pick a fight with Tinubu, this El-Rufai that is. So now let's now go to this Yar'Adua point that I'm looking to make. So Yar'Adua, of course, Goodluck Jonathan, we all know that sequence. Yar'Adua was there for a short period. I don't think he completed a year before he passed on, and Goodluck Jonathan replaced him. So now the next president of Nigeria we do not know, but the next vice president of Nigeria we do know. And the next vice president of Nigeria is going to be El-Rufai. So El-Rufai is now looking, because he's playing a double game, by the way, El-Rufai. He's gone in for that presidency if they can push through this no rotation system and they find some way to succeed in foisting yet another Fulani man on top of us after Malam Buhari has finished this period. So that's plan number one, but he is making that calculation that it is highly unlikely that people will stomach this. So calculation number two is to be the vice president to whoever emerges as the president. So that is calculation number two. So now El-Rufai will be a fixture in Aso Rock one way or the other, either as the president or the vice president come 2023. So that is the position. So now we are going back to that Yar'Adua Goodluck Jonathan thing. So this guy now, I think he has a Goodluck Jonathan strategy for capturing that #1 seat for himself in Aso Rock. So I'm saying he's going to Yar'Adua whoever he is vice president to, because I feel that this is his calculation. But then you also have to then go to why El-Rufai has been picking all these fights with Tinubu. So he wants to be the vice president, yes, to whoever emerges as the president from the AP, because whoever emerges as the APC candidate is going to be the president. We all know how elections run in Nigeria. So whoever emerges as the APC candidate is likely to be the next president. So he is gunning for that vice presidency slot, but he cannot and does not want to be the vice president to Tinubu, because Tinubu is just too powerful a figure for somebody like El-Rufai to contain. It will be a clashing of the heads if the two of them ever sat side by side in Aso Rock as president and vice. That is one. And then two, he would not be able to play his tricks on Tinubu, because Tinubu, of course, invented all of the tricks in the Nigerian political scene. So Tinubu is just too sharp, too advanced, and too well connected for El-Rufai to contain. So what he is looking is to get Tinubu out of the way and get somebody else to replace him, somebody that is more pliable, somebody that is more malleable, somebody that is a lot more meek than Tinubu. Of course, whoever emerges as the Nigerian president is unlikely to be a meek person, but certainly somebody that is not as potent as Tinubu. So if he succeeds in doing this, then of course he can just Yar'Adua the person and capture that seat for himself. This is my own estimation, and this is just my interpretation of how this guy is positioning himself within the Nigerian landscape. So come share your opinion and your thoughts on El-Rufai's posturing with me in the comment section. But before you do that, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. The bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Click on like as well, because that helps with the YouTube algorithm. Once you've done all three, come into the comment section, then come tell me what you're making of this statement now that El-Rufai has given to BBC Hausa. So I'll leave you here. Carry this conversation on with you in the comment section, but here I say peace.